me what I do and who I do it for. And how I come up with this shit up in the studio. All I want for my birthday is a big booty hoe. All I want for my birthday is a big booty hoe.
Whoa, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get the fuck up out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me, ho. You either with me or win. Fuck everything else. Win.
Good morning, you guys. I know you guys know this is not a sponsored video, but thought I would just say it's lit. This pre-workout is the bomb. So this morning I got up at 4 a.m. It's like every morning I'm just getting up earlier and earlier. I went to the gym at 8. I took a whole scoop of pre-workout versus a half a scoop that I took yesterday, and I got like these little tingles all over my body. It did not feel good. However, the workout was still pretty much lit, and I still am like really pumped. So I have to go and do some stuff with my dad, and that's pretty much it for today. But I just had to come back and tell y'all how lit that pre-workout was. It was lit. And currently waiting on Kanye and Kid Cudi's Kids See Ghost album to drop on Spotify, because I did not hear it. I did not stream his little listening party, and I am just like, okay, Spotify, where the album at? So I wanted to show you guys before I leave how, like, I have this lean shake from GNC, and this is all I'm gonna, well, not all I'm gonna have. I haven't eaten anything today, and it's 11:14, so I left the gym at like 9:20 or something, so been about 2 hours or so, and I'm about to drink this. I probably won't even finish it because I'm not even hungry, but this is why I bought these, so that I won't just be like not eating anything while I'm doing all of this working out. So I am making oxtails and cabbage tonight. Yeah. Low carb. Let me show y'all. My favorite way to make oxtails is definitely in the crock pot. I wash the oxtails off, put them in there, and I season them, and they're gonna sit here for about 8 hours, and they're gonna be good to go. And then I will make some cabbage to have with it later. Crock pot meals give me life because they are so easy to make. Like, I don't even have to be here. Like, I'm gonna come home and oxtails gonna be ready. They're gonna be popping. Whole house gonna be smelling good. What? Okay, so coming over here to check on the oxtails, and they are making their way. I just had to drain out the oil because it was a lot, and they're still pretty tough though, so I turned it up on high, and we got a few more hours for that. So I went to my dad's house, and I got the title to my car, y'all. It finally came in the mail, and I also got a Vox box. If you guys don't know what a Vox box is, it is, where is it? Oh, it's the boxes that influencer sends you when you qualify for stuff or whatever. So the first box I got was for some Physicians foundation, Physicians Formula foundation. Unfortunately, it was the wrong shade. It was way too light. Like, I couldn't use it for nothing because it was extremely light. But this time I got a Vox box from Ever, and it's their Whiplash mascara. So when you, I'm gonna show y'all the Vox box. All right, so when you open it up, it says build volume and length, Whiplash fast. Then you have a little insert with this little lady on there, and you take it out, and it's a mascara. So I've never heard of the brand Ever. So I'm gonna try this mascara, and we'll see. Y'all, I'm so sorry, it don't even make no sense, but I'm in this beautiful lighting, so you guys know I'm about to have a talk with you guys. I love lighting. Like, it makes everything better. Look at this curl in the middle of my head. If y'all can't tell, my curls are really falling. Like, this is almost damn near straight with this little curl at the end. So you guys, we're gonna have a little talk today. So I have a member of my family that I'm really close to. They have done a lot, like, for me ever since I was a kid. Like, oh my god, it's just way too much. I can't even tell y'all. And also my mom did a lot for my mom. What I never really talk about on my YouTube channel is, y'all probably didn't know that I had a brother that passed away. I may give you guys a story time on it if y'all want to know more about it. I really don't talk about it, but because it yeah, it's not nothing good to talk about, but I wouldn't mind telling you guys about it if y'all are interested in knowing. But anyway, so my mom definitely, like, obviously went through a rough patch when I lost my brother, and so this member of my family, like, really has been there for her and for me, like, all my life and everything like that. So long story short, he has fallen on, like, hard times, and he is so caring and so giving. Like, he will give you his last, but he never want to take anything from anybody. So, like, when we try to offer help, like, he try to push us away, and we don't like it, but it's like, what can we do? Like, there's been multiple times where I would reach out and try to help and, like, send money and stuff, and then he'll get mad. But it's like, come on, man, like, let me return the favor. Like, you've been there for me and my mom and everything, so, like, can you just let us do something for you? But, like, that's really hard for him to do, and that sucks. But anyway, I still do it. I don't do it often because he gets mad, and so, like, it's best when I have an excuse to do it. So, like, recently I sent him, it is hella gnats in here, and I don't know why, and they are irritating my life. Anyway, I sent him some money today, and I was like, oh, I don't want to hear it. Take it as a Father's Day gift because he's done so much for me. Like, basically, he's like a second father. And I got to slide with that. But my point that I'm getting at, you guys, is, like, I don't really talk about a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna start addressing something now. I wanted to address this one thing. So I didn't grow up in, like, a very religious household or anything. Like, my parents believe in God, or they used to both believe in God, but now one parent is questioning stuff. And you know, like, I'm very open, y'all, and I'm trying not to be judgmental, so I let people do their thing. Like, my best friend doesn't believe in God. It doesn't bother me at all. But because of who my dad is, and, like, he questions everything, and, like, we don't just follow, like, whatever somebody say. Oh, they said this is what I've been taught since I grew up, this is what my parents told me, so I'm gonna roll with that. Like, that's not the type of father that I have. So, like, everything's up for question. And you guys know how, like, you have the parents that be like, because I said so. Thank God my dad never did that. Like, we could actually have a discussion. Like, it wasn't me talking back. You know how your parents be like, oh, are you talking back? No, we're having a discussion. So anyway, because of that, recently, like, me knowing what I know from my own knowledge and just other stuff, I started to question, like, my faith and, like, about how I felt about religion and everything. There's a lot of stuff that I don't like about religion. I do not like, I don't understand why, first of all, if there's one God, why are there a million different religions? Like, I feel like most of it is man-made, and man always likes to divide and conquer in everything that man does, which is why we have multiple religions. Divide and conquer. Oh, Christianity better than Buddhism. Oh, Muslim is the right way to go. Like, it's always got to be a competition. Who gonna get the most people to follow? Like, I'm not with all that, okay? So I consider myself, like, okay, I'm not really into religion. First of all, it's just so hypocritical. As y'all know, the Bible, the Christian Bible, I'm guessing because I haven't really looked at any other form of a Bible, will tell you, oh, you shouldn't judge. But everybody who's a Christian is judgmental as hell, right or wrong. Even in church, oh, you're not supposed to judge, but the pastor be up there telling you, oh, you wrong for doing this and you shouldn't do that, but the Bible told you not to judge. So just stuff like that. Like, I'm not with it. So I began to be like, you know what, religion is doing a lot for me. Most of the stuff, like, I don't really agree with, and I'm definitely more spiritual than I am religious. So, and I still feel that way. Like, I feel like there is a higher power, and that's pretty much it. Do good, do right, do what you're supposed to do, and that's, like, the end of it. Like, nothing more, nothing less. You ain't gotta go to church, you ain't gotta tithe. I mean, if you're going to church and tithing and all that, like, that's great, there's nothing wrong with it, but I just, like, it's not a necessity in my opinion. So right when I started questioning everything, and I'm like, you know what, I don't want to say that there's, like, I believe that there's a God, but I don't know about Jesus and, like, all that. So I started doing research because I was like, well, where did this Jesus person just come from? And isn't Jesus a Jew? But so, like, but what is Christianity? Like, all these questions, like, because nobody really asks it. It's just like, oh, well, this is the religion that my parents have, so I'm following suit. And I'm just like, okay, well, let me question all of this. And honestly, you guys, right around the time when I was questioning all of this, like, stuff was happening to me. I'm not gonna get into detail about a lot of stuff, but I will say, like, the last thing was the car wreck. And the reason I say the car wreck is because like within a span of 4 months, I had been in 3 car wrecks, the last one being the most detrimental. But either way, the first 2 before that was still a form of a car wreck, and I'm just like, what the hell? So the last one just really, like, wow, like, it was just a lot for me. I didn't talk about it. I actually had a panic attack on my birthday because we went to Andretti's, as y'all seen, and I got hit by a go-kart, and it was just like, oh my God, I remember like hitting that brick median, and it was not a good feeling. It was horrible. So like when I'm driving, y'all, I'm still a little shaky, and I'm just very, like, I have anxiety, okay? So when I'm driving, it's just not a good experience. A lot of times, like, I'm hesitant, I'm shaky, because that car wreck was just like, I can still feel the impact of like me hitting the brick wall sometimes when I'm just sitting, and it's just like gives me shivers. So after that last one, I'm just like, wow, like, I could have really injured myself, like really injured myself. I could have died. A lot could have happened, but nothing really happened. My car got messed up. I got to walk away. My downtime was like, okay, I was on crutches for like 3 days, if that, and that was the end of that. So after that, my mom kept telling me, read your Bible, and I'm like, it's not that I didn't read it, but I'm like, okay, let me just get into it. So the Bible app, y'all know, like the regular Bible app has plans. And I like the plans. You take the plans or whatever, and the plans are based on different topics like love, depression, anxiety, finding God, first time, Bible readers, blah, blah, blah. So I started to look into deep plans, and I changed my Bible app because they have it where, have King James version and blah, blah, blah. And there's a version that basically is just regular English, like how I'm talking to y'all. So of course I did that because I really want to understand what I'm reading. I don't want to just be reading these words and I don't even know what I'm reading. So I started reading it. I started really feeling a lot of the stuff that I'm just like, because it's not like the Bible. Like, they do have scriptures there, but the plans are written by regular people that are just like relating to you and telling you about this, and that. So that's why I feel like I related to it more instead of just reading the Bible, because it's people that's writing. And I ran across a couple of things that I heavily believe in. Like, for instance, when I was talking about the person that I was like, my family member that I'm giving back to. So I always believed in love. Like, I feel like what God wanted us to do was just spread love one another. I really believe that in my heart. I don't believe anything else. I don't believe he wants you to go to church. I don't think he cares about none of that. Can you be a good person and love one another? That's what my belief is. So I read this thing that was basically saying, like, look around you, look what God has done for you and all of that. And it was saying, like, what does God want for you in return? How can you repay him for everything he's done for you? And it was just like, just do for other people, like be a blessing to other people. So I took it as like this person who doesn't ever want any help. Like, it was more, for me to give to them, because I'm like, wow, like when I really think about it, y'all, like really, like we take so much things for granted, like small things. So I'm gonna just tell y'all this. Last year, about a year actually from now, a year ago, I had a job that I did like at first, and then I hated it, and I was just like, oh my God, it was my first like real full-time job. It was the first time I've had a job for over a year, and it was just like, I have a expensive ass apartment, got car insurance, got a car note, like I can't just quit my job. Like, who's gonna take care of me? We not balling. So, but the job was just stressing me out so bad, and it was just like, I hated it, and I just would question life, like, well, why am I alive? Because I know this is not what I'm living for. Like, I don't think that God put us here to just go to work and pay bills, and we're not enjoying like what we're doing. So I made a plan up in my mind. I was like, okay, I'm gonna quit my job at this date, right? That was what I said I was gonna do. Turns out I didn't make it to that date. I got fired. And it was for the best. You would think no, because you made a plan for a reason, like to stack up money or whatever. But me getting fired actually led to me getting unemployment, which helped floated me along because I need money now because I don't have a job. So don't ask me how I came up with $1,200 worth of rent, paid my car note and my insurance, kept getting my nails done, kept getting my hair done, went to New Orleans, going on all these trips, eating out without a job, and that little $250 a week unemployment. Like, don't ask me how, but I did. Like, my life never really changed. It was the same thing. I moved out of my apartment. I moved in with Bear. Y'all, basically, long story short, I still don't really have a job. Like, I sub, but that's temporary, we all know. Somehow, though, I got a new car after my car wrecked. I'm moving into a new apartment. Still get my hair done, as y'all can see. Still go out to eat. Tattoos is lit, nails is lit, and I'm just like, wow, like, I've really been blessed. Like, I stepped out and was like, I'm not finna do this. This is not what I'm meant to do. And like, everything in my life really fell into place. Like, I got back in school to do something I actually wanted to do, and I love it. Like, me subbing, I really love what I do, and I cannot wait to become a full-time teacher. Like, I love it. Like, when I go there, like, sometimes, of course, I'll be like, I don't feel like getting up and doing this shit and getting on my nerves, of course. But at the end of the day, I still love it. And I want to go back the next day. And I never feel like, dang, why do I have to do this? I don't. And I was able to go to school and be paid to go to school. Again, something I wasn't expecting. I wasn't even expecting to go to school. I don't know what I thought was going to happen, but all of that just fell into place. The subbing just fell into place. Because if I was living where I was living before and trying to sub, like, that's an hour away. That wasn't going to work. But I moved in with Bear. I ended up subbing. The school district that I work at is like right there. Like, it just all fell into place. And I was thinking that, and I'm just like, wow. I got in a car wreck. I didn't have a car for like a month and a week, and then I had a new car. And I'm just like, wow, like, I'm just blessed. Like, I really am blessed. Like, all that stuff is just falling into place for me, working out for me. I'm living my life like a regular person would live their life, and I don't even really have a job. Like, how am I able to do this? How is all this happening for me? And I remembered that what I read about, like, okay, look at what all God has done for you, and now all he wants you to do is just be a blessing to somebody else. Look at all the blessings he's provided you. So then I thought about that family member, and I'm like, dang, I know, like, he hates this and this and that, but this is what I'm supposed to do. Then I also remember reading something that was saying, you know, when you give, you should give freely. It shouldn't be like a burden. You should give because you want to. And really, I wanted to do that. I'm like, okay, I want to send this money. I want to give this to this person. I want this person to feel like I'm thinking of them. I love them. I care about them, because I do. And I'm just like, look at what all God has done for you. I don't want to cry, y'all. I'm getting watery. I'm just like, it's just, wow. Like, so I just felt the need, like, you gotta give back. You have to just look at your life. Whatever. I know life ain't perfect. My life is not perfect. It's far from it, y'all. But in whatever you're going through, know that it's for a reason. I have, like, for me to be questioning religion as much as I was, like, I always had faith that, well, I ain't gonna say always, but my faith is stronger than ever that, man, whatever gonna happen is gonna happen, and it's all gonna work out for the best. Like, I truly believe that 100%. Like a story I just told y'all how I didn't struggle at all without a job. I still basically don't have a job. But it's like, you wouldn't know that by looking at me. And it's like, how? Because you just gotta have faith that what is supposed to happen is gonna happen, and you just follow that. So this, like, piggyback off the last vlog when I tell you, like, people do everything to get to the top. When you ain't gotta do that, because what's gonna be is already said, it's already written. It's gonna be just be a good person, do what you can for other people, and just let it flow, and it's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything is always okay. But y'all really, like, love each other. It's so much hate going on. Be a blessing to one another. And it ain't gotta be money. It can be time. It could be a compliment. You don't know. I could have, and I haven't, y'all, so don't get crazy, but I could have been contemplating suicide, and then somebody tell me, you know, you're just a beautiful person. Like, I just see somebody at the mall and they just brighten my day by telling me that. And I feel good. They didn't know I was contemplating suicide, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't ever know what anybody going through or nothing. So just whenever you can do something good, do it. And again, it shouldn't be forced. It should be something, I really want to tell her I like her hair. I really want to tell her she's pretty. I really want to go feed the homeless. Like, it should be something that you just really want to do. And that's your blessing to another person. And that's what we're supposed to do, I feel like. So that's like my view on religion and God. I feel like there's a higher power. I don't know what you want to call it, but that higher power just expects us to love. The universe is going to take care of you. And That's all I have to say about that, y'all, because I'm over here getting teary. What about Kids See Ghost, though, y'all? That new Kanye and Cudi, though, y'all. What about that?